What's good, YouTube? It's your boy 47 Made Key, Run On Key, whatever you want it to be. And we back with another story time, and this is still part 2 from why I will not be smoking with females. I know y'all got me to the 5 lights like I asked y'all. Probably like, Key, it's been 2 weeks, where you been at? Bro, I had your boy been in the slumber, you know what I'm saying? I had jury duty, school started back. So, I still been working on vids, but I just haven't been able to upload them for you guys. But let's jump into it. So this story time took place, I think like 2 summers ago, you know what I'm saying? 2 summers, and like I told y'all, I met a girl named Coco because she crazy. So I met Coco. So I'm gonna give y'all the little background rundown with Coco. So I met Coco through a friend graduation party, and Coco seen me there, you know what I'm saying? She was like, oh, I always had you on Snapchat, and I used to see your friends post you, and you was like hella funny. When we was talking, that's what she'd tell me, like how she knew about me. So mind you, I been had her on Snapchat for some while. I never knew up until my dog graduation party. So me and her talking, we got the best vibes, you know what I'm saying? She's like the best girl you could ask for, you know what I'm saying? That should have been my red flag. I ain't saying all females who got all the green flags is a red flag, but if she just too perfect, my boy, it gotta be something off with it. That's just the way I think. Y'all ain't gotta agree with me, you could disagree, I don't care what you agree with. That's just how I see it. So you know what I'm saying? She'll be doing everything smooth, like we should be talking, communicating, everything was cool. And she knew I used to smoke back in the day. She always asked me, I gotta smoke with you one day. I have to smoke with you one day. I'm like, no, I don't really smoke with females. And if you don't smoke, then I don't advise you to smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a stoner back then, but like, I ain't finna encourage it. You know what I'm saying? We do not promote them type of behavior. I'm like, nah, that ain't you. Just stay in your lane. So I ended up going off for college. I went off to college. I was playing ball. I was going for some time, maybe like 5-6 months, somewhere around that time frame. I was going for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I was coming back from the spring semester. Mind you, me and her, we've been talking for like a good 8 months to a year. A year's pushing it because I know me, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just giving it 8 to a year. Excuse me, y'all, boy got a little cold. But so I finally come back home, everything going good. She been texting me like, when I'm gonna see you, Usually when I get back home from college, first thing I like to do is get back on my regular scheduled program. You know what I'm saying? Do what I was doing when I was home or better. But I can't see nobody until I do what I gotta do. So, I'm gonna see my dogs, you know what I'm saying, my day ones. If you a day one, I always make time to go see you. Shout out to you, you know what I'm saying? So she kept asking me, she's like, can I see you? She was like, you been back for like a week and you still haven't seen me. I was kind of feeling bad. I wasn't dodging her, but like, bruh, y'all know how it is when you come back from college and you come back to your city. If you know, you know. So I'm like, all right, bet. So then it was one night, I'm with my dog Mike, my day one, shout out Mike. So we at the crib, we at his crib, we doing our thing. It's late night, mind you. I always, if you know me, I'm at probably 3 or 4 places. Gym, work, school, with Mike, man. The 5th one just a side quest, you know what I'm saying? So I'm with Mike, and we, you know what I'm saying, we having our little sets, we chopping it up, and then I get a call. It's like, mind you, it's like a random call, but mind you, my folks and Mike folks know we dang near like brothers from another mother. My folks know I be at Mike. If it's late night type situations, I'm probably with Mike. So I get a phone call. Brr, brr. I'm like, who calling me this late? Excuse me, y'all boys. So I see it's Coco crazy ass. So I'm like, hey, hello, what's up? Mind you, I say pushing it, it's probably at least 2 a.m. to 1:30. A random time to call someone. Agree? Okay. So then I pick up the phone. I'm like, hello. She's like, oh, where are you? I'm like, shit, I'm with Mike, what's up? She's like, what you doing? I'm like, chilling with Mike, wow, what's up? But she sound very energetic with it, like, what you doing? Where you at? I'm like, I'm chilling out with my boy Mike. She's like, oh my God, you won't believe what I just did. I'm like, what did you do? She was like, I just smoked weed with my friends. I've been smoking with them for the past week. She was like, we at Waveview Park. If you from the O, you know where Waveview Park at. I'm like, that's what's up. She was like, where you stay? Mind you, even though me and her was talking for a long time, I always go see you, I hang out with you, but I do not like people coming to my house. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally. Unless you like her for real, day one. I know I said she a solid girl, but y'all gotta understand there's levels to this. So she was like, where do you stay? I'm like, what do you mean where I stay? I'm like, I stay in such and such area. She was like, oh, I can come see you right now. I'm like, no, I'm not even home right now. She was like, but I just smoke. I want you to see me high. Bitch, what you mean you want me to see you high? You just called me at 2 a.m. because you got high. And you was like, just picture this, like, your girl call you. She's like, babe, I just got high for the first time. And it's like late night, she come to the house and she just wants you to see her high. Like, what do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's what's up. So she's like, we gotta smoke sometime. So I'm with Mike. I look at Mike. I said, all right, I'm gonna smoke with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said to myself. But I'm looking at Mike. I gave him the eyes like, he know. So fast forward, we finally scheduled time to smoke. I finally been doing my thing. I finally found a period block in my schedule where we can hang. So when we hang, it's like probably 11 p.m. at this time. I tell her, meet me at my normal smoke spot, you know what I'm saying? She like, bet. I pull up, she pull up. So she nervous, so the park I go to, we got a trail. So we go on the trail, we go sit on the bench. So now I'm teaching Coco how to roll, you know what I'm saying? Coco, she was paying attention, she's like, oh my gosh, I gotta understand, Coco is a very fidgety, energetic person, you know what I'm saying? Touchy too, like she loves to, like especially me, she just I'm not really a touchy person, but that's just how I am, but she touched me. So I'm telling her how to roll. I'm like, man, you and your friends want to know nothing. Y'all don't know how to smoke. Y'all don't do nothing. I'm like, what would you even do? She didn't even know the first step. She's like, we smoke like out of cones. I'm like, yeah, see, yeah, I'm going to show you something. So I put like a skim in it. I ain't go crazy. I learned my lesson from the first girl. I put like a skim in it. It was just good gas. You feel me? So I'm rolling it. She liking it. She like, oh my God. She was like, what she said to me, she was like, how did you learn how to roll? YouTube gonna teach you any and everything you need to know. I'm telling her that. I'm like, but just pay attention to me. So she see me licking my lips. She over there smiling. I'm pearling that bit. You ain't never seen somebody like me pearl that bit. You ain't never seen a nigga like me pearl something like that. So she liking it. I'm like, let me see the lighter so I can toast it up a little bit. So I'm toasting it. I finally got that bit rolled. So we walked it through. I'm like, you want to go sit down? Because I don't know, like, you feel me? When I smoke, I like walking around. That's me personally. But she was like, we can go sit down. So we go sit down. We on a bench. But the wind blowing, so we go closer to our cars on the curb where we park. So we smoking. So I take my hits. I'm showing her how to smoke. I'm like, you going to inhale, exhale, just like a chiropractor, bitch. Second time. That should have been my other red flag. If I'm teaching you how to do the basic smoking, you shouldn't be smoking with me. But we going to skip past that. So I'm like, you inhale, you exhale. So she get it. Bro, she take like a hit. She puts her lips. You ever smoke with that one friend who don't smoke and then like they just take a quick hit? I'm like, nah, you gotta like inhale it while you like hitting it, like, while you tapping it. So she doing it. She coughing. Banja. She Asian, by the way. So I already knew she was fried because her eyes went lower than normal. You feel me? So I'm laughing. So I'm like, you good? I'm checking on her because I really care about it at the time. So I'm like, you good? She like, yeah, I'm fine. She had a little Slurpee from 7-Eleven. So she had some animal crackers, but she came in clutch because she let me have them. There was some good munch. You know what I'm saying? The vibe seems good, right? So then she's like, can I take one more hit? I'm like, you sure? You already look smashed. She was like, yeah, just one hit, I'll be done. That was my fatal mistake right there. Because then not only does she takes the last hit, but she takes a big hit. Like, she been taking small hits the whole time, but I guess she was trying to prove herself to me, and she was taking the longest big puff. So she, like, for real, now she coughing, spitting, everything. I'm like, yeah. So she laughing for the first 3-5 minutes. Everything is good. She's laughing. She's smiling. She was like, oh, I don't feel good. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? She was like, but that's something I ate from earlier. I'm like, oh, all right, bet. So I'm like, you want to go walk the trail? She was like, yeah. I'm like, that could kind of help you. So we walking. It's like 2 minutes into the walk on the trail. She's like, I feel like nauseous. Can we sit down? Like, she was sending like panic, like immediately, like, can we sit down? I'm like, yeah. So me at the time, I'm like, you good? You know, that's the only thing I can keep asking. Like, are you good? Are you okay? She's telling me yes. So I'm like, okay. So then she finally stands up. I'm like, oh, you good now? She's like, I don't feel good. She's like, can you hold me? I'm like, I don't know what to do. Cause I never asked somebody to hold me during like a smoke session. So I hold her for a little bit. She said, I'm like, look, you just gotta breathe in, breathe out. You fine. You gotta tell yourself you okay. That's just good gas. I was like, I thought you smoked with your friends. She was like, yeah, but nothing like this. I'm like, yeah, mind you, she hang with predominantly non-African Americans, you know what I'm saying? So they probably had that booth. So then this when stuff got weird. But before I tell y'all that, I didn't know what to do. So I'm over that bitch singing No Cap Strike Holster Remix. I'm in that bitch. $1,000 Sprite, that's how we pull. I didn't know what to do. So then it's getting kind of late. I'm like, I gotta start heading home. And it gets weird. It's like all the energy, the mood, the atmosphere, everything changes. Like, bro, picture like you with a female, her hair like long hair, like, you feel me? So like she's sitting there on the curb and she kind of crisscross applesauce and she got this oversized t-shirt, like it's big as shit. So she got her head down. Like when I said I gotta like go home, she was like, no. Like she said like, no. I'm like, low-key scared mine. I'm like, what you mean though? I kind of feel like I had to stay. So me, I'm like, I can stay with you for a little while. You can sober up, but I gotta get home. My folks probably worried about me. Then it gets more weird because she's like, no, you're not leaving me. Like the most, like bro, like the most stern face and voice you could picture. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm low-key scared. So you know what I do all real? Boom, I hit one of my dogs. I hit Mike, bro. I hit Mike. Thank God. I know Mike be up here real vamp. He be up just like me. So I hit Mike. I'm explaining the situation to him just in case something go down. So then me, before I even want to get my homeboy involved, I'm like, I could take you home in my car. I get home, you have one of your friends, y'all could come back in the morning, your car will be here, be fine. Shoot, no, we're not doing that. I'm like, how you out your mind, but you don't want the help I'm trying to give you. So I'm saying that because I'm like, bro, I don't want to like drive her car, leave my car, man. So that's when my dog Mike finally came through for the kid. So we in her car now. Mike trailing us, we in her car. So as we driving, she stay like 15 up the road type shit. So we in the car, I'm driving. I look over in the passenger seat, like, bro, she got her seatbelt on. She like balled up in the passenger seat and she's like kind of shaking a little bit. I'm like, what the fuck? Mind you, we both smoked the same thing. You feel me? So she's shaking, she like the little chill chatters and she like, I'm like, this bitch, what the fuck? Like, I'm kind of like, my high is blown because like, I never experienced this smoking with someone. This is like the most extreme I done seen. So we driving in her car. I forgot to tell y'all, before I even explain everything in the car, when we was back at the place, right? When she was like, no, you can't leave, I got up. They bitch grabbed my arm. And she's like, hug me. Like, it was like a forced hug. So I did like left side. She's like, no, hug me. And like, bro, she was squeezing the fuck out of me, y'all. Like, she was squeezing the fuck out of me. All right, let's get back to the car now. So we in the car. She over there shivering. And then she was like, I'm sorry. And I could see it in her face, like, she was really sorry, but I'm like, nah, you good. She was like, and I talked all that, right? So she knew she was wrong. So she was like, you want me to play anything? That's W on her. I'm like, can you play that Pink Tape by Uzi? She was like, yeah. What's your favorite song off it? I said, Throwing That Patience. That bit was hitting, you feel me? So we driving, she start like rubbing my arm. I'm like, what the fuck? So she rubbing my arm. And then she was like, can I just do it? She was like, it just makes me comfort. Like, it makes her comfortable. So I'm like, okay, it's kind of weird to me, but whatever floats your boat, you high, you're tweaking. So we pull up to this shit. I'm like, what my dog Mike at? You know what I'm saying? Where is Mike? You know what I'm saying? So we in her car. I get out the car ASAP. I look, I did not see Mike. You know, my boy got the slime mobile. All I need to see was some super dark tints, and I knew that was Mike. So I'm like, damn, Mike ain't here. I get back in the car. She was like, you don't gotta go nowhere. You can stay here. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I'm doing like the small chit chat. So then she started rubbing on my thigh. Slow down, player. First off, I'm not one of these females or one of these males you be seducing or like feel like a female rubbing on my leg like that. And plus, you definitely not in this state of mind. So I don't even condone none of that. So I'm like, you know, I'm like shrugging it off. And like, she just lays down over the center console. But as she lays down, she put her head in my lap. I'm like, I look up in the rearview mirror at myself. I'm like, You know what I'm saying? Like, that was kind of weird. And like, bro, like her hand is on my meat. It's on my Jimmy stick. Hard as a bitch. But I wasn't going. So I'm like, where's Mike? So I'm texting Mike. He like, bro, I'm coming around the corner, bro. So Mike finally come through. I get out that bit ASAP. She give me a hug. I gave her a side hug. She was like, I'm gonna let you know who I am. In my mind, I was like, bro, I just viewed her different. Cause like, it's one thing if you smoke me, but when you was pushing initiative to smoke with me, you kept asking me, telling me, oh, you can hang. And I was telling you like, no, you can't. And you pull something like this, it's like, I kind of view you different. So me and Mike, we driving back. I explained everything to Mike. We in the car. He just laughing at me. Shout out Mike once again, cause not only did he come get me, trail me, pick me up, bro. He came through. We went to Wawa and got an Arizona tea. My lips was dry as a bitch. Like I ate a Popeye's biscuit with no bev, you feel me? So he dropped me back to the park. I get back to my car. I go home. I shower. I lay my eyes down. I probably wonder what happened after. So I texted her more. I'm like, you good? She was like, as soon as I walked in the house, I just start throwing up everywhere. I'm like, yeah, you probably just didn't eat enough that day, wasn't hydrated or something of those matters. You know what I'm saying? She was like, thank you for being there with me. She was like, I felt like it brought us close together. Hold on, is this bitch trying to trauma bond me into where I'm like, in like her mind, it made her feel like we got closer together. But me, I'm like, I ain't say it pushed us away, but it's like, I kind of viewed you different. I viewed you differently now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, she was like, thank you for being there. And I did feel good because I told you at the end of the day, I don't make people smoke. I don't force and I don't take advantage of people. So the fact that she felt like that comfort with me, she felt comfortable and she said, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I must have been doing my part right. But after that, especially after the first girl, then her, I was like, bro, I'm definitely not smoking with any other females. So I check up on her again, like maybe 3 days after. She was like, yeah, I'm done smoking. Like, I'm not smoking anymore. I'm like, good, I told you, like, stay in your lane. And after that, she was more like lovey-dovey, like submissive towards me. But I wasn't feeling the vibe because like that image that night in my head and how she kind of switched. I'm not gonna lie, y'all boys, it kind of scared me just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because like, bro, I don't, like, bro, picture you like in a horror movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you in a horror movie, you scared, you out in the dark, you know it's a killer on the loose, and you hear weird noises, bro. Like, you gonna freeze, I wouldn't say freeze up, but you gonna be like, what the fuck was that? If you got survival instincts. So, well, I forgot, I lost track, but let me get back to it. So then I check up on her the next couple days, and like, she's been lovey-dovey, submissive to me. She wanna hang out even more. And then she convinced me, y'all, I don't know how, she convinced me. She was like, can we smoke again? I promise it won't happen. None of that. My dumb ass, I said bet, but I said you only getting 2 hits for real this time. So we ended up smoking together the next time. She had 2 hits, we was on the bench, we went to a whole different park with a lake in front of it. And the vibes was right. And I felt kind of better after that. We get in my car, she had McDonald's, she was feeding the kid fries, I'm not gonna lie, bit back activities. And then I wanted to go home. She was like, can I stay in a little longer? I'm like, bro, I'm trying to go home. Like, I'm high. Like, when I'm high, I don't care what you bapping about. You know what I'm saying? She's like, okay, fine, you're going to be a meanie. It seems like she want me every time we eat. Like, you want me to take you to Pound Town when we off the ganja. But I'm not that type of guy. But she was in a state of mind, but I'm like, nah. So the second time I got blessed. But for y'all young bulls out there, man, leave these females alone. Don't smoke with these females, especially in this era. I don't even got said. If you know, you know. But like, leave these females alone, finish school, get your paper, stay out of the way, do whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying? But if y'all like that story time, leave a like, comment, share, tell me what other stories y'all want to hear. And we signing off. Gang, charge up, Key.
Man, I'm dead.